just mindless run-around action. Overall, a very satisfying conclusion to the trilogy. So, complaints? Yes, there are. Let's start out with a glaring plot hole that always bothered me about this film.
That is true. Oh, it is the Uber back there. It's shocking. Nothing happened, Doc. You fixed the time circuits, put new tires on the DeLorean. I'm going back in. I'll bring you home.
But you have access to Doc from 1955. So just like when you warned him about the Libyans and he was able to prepare for it, you can just tell him to land the DeLorean somewhere away from the spot where the lightning hit him and, whatever. Another thing that I really don't buy about this film is this.
Why, you can't go losing your judgment every time someone calls you a name. That's exactly what forces you to get into that accident in the future. What about my future? I can't say. It might make things worse. Wait a minute, Doc. What is wrong with my future? We all have to make decisions that affect the course of our lives. You've got to do what you've got to do. I've got to do what I've got to do.
I call bullshit on that. I mean, what does this say about the Doc character as a friend? Marty saved his life by telling him what was going to happen in the future, and he's not even going to return the favor? Bullshit. As far as plot conveniences go, that one still bugs the crap out of me. I also never liked the character James. I mean, talk about an empty vessel just hanging around in the background. There is no reason for this character to be here at all. He gives Marty a little more to think about at times, but mostly he's just an extra. Not enough of a character to really care about in the story. These problems aside, however, the movie is still very good. So why didn't people seem to like this one very much? What were some of the factors of that? Is it true what Rob and Bob said? Do people really not want originality in their sequels? Do people really just want to see the same thing done over again with a slap of a new coat of paint on it? It makes me sad to think that people wouldn't have liked this one just because it wasn't either a hyper-adventure film like the second movie or a complete rehash of the first. But I don't know if that really answers the question. So in addition to many other factors, I think one big difference between the first two and the third might have been factored into people not receiving this one as well. Back to the Future is a very difficult film to classify. It's a comedy, romance, drama, action, adventure. It runs a lot of the spectrums, but it's also a science fiction film, and as the film became more and more of a success, it roped in a lot of the science fiction audience as a result. Back to the Future Part 2 was most definitely sci-fi, but for me, it was sci-fi at its worst. Almost distilled pulp sci-fi with not much more than that, but it can at least link itself to the first one in that sense. Back to the Future Part 3 is not sci-fi. Not really, anyway. It's a Western. It's not even a sci-fi Western. It's just a Western by and large. And those two audiences are pretty freaking different. Even if it's not your thing, and it's certainly not mine, I think most fans of Back to the Future would at least expect a sci-fi time travel adventure in a sequel. But I don't think most Back to the Future fans would go into a Back to the Future movie expecting to see a Western. Rob and Bob made this movie a Western because they wanted to do a Western, and that's all well and good. But I don't think that they were really thinking about whether or not their audience would want to see a Western at all. And I think that, among other things, might have really factored into why people didn't really seem to receive this one as well. As for me, I consider this to be a very good entry into the franchise. It's not a perfect film, to be sure, but it was something that tends to be very rare. It was, in fact, a truly good sequel.
Meh. It's okay.
you want paper towels in there, you'll just have to supply your own.
Are you kidding? Where do you get paper towels?
And last item, unrelated note, I have no choice but to cut salary. 8% across the board. And let's just put a lid on it.
Do we have to supply our own lid?
Look, I didn't invent the economy. And until ISIS gets in the black, we all have to make some sacrifices. So,
Line 1 for you is your furrier.
unbelievable. We have to cut back.
But you're buying new horseshoes.
Huh?
Tell him to send over the gray fox. See? Sacrifice. At this rate, I'll be reduced to wearing nutria.
Yeah, and your horse with his fancy new shoes.
Oh, but that's a barrier.
I know.
And this is Conrad Schloss. Herr Schloss controls all of Europe's videotech services.
Videotech? Wow. Growth industry.
So he's worth billions. And I want to convince him to invest in ISIS.
Well, that's going to be a tough sell. We posted losses for 15 straight quarters.
So that's why you're going to cook up a different set of books, Cyril.
Oh, no, I'm not comfortable with that.
Think you'd be more comfortable on another little vacation upstate?
No, I was dating Lana, but since I suffer from sexual addiction, what these quacks deny is even real, now they're treating me for somebody, please, shut up that damn coyote! Home address them? No, I'm not.
No, unless you want me to send you back.
I will start cooking the books.
Good thing you know how to cheat.
Hey, you know what?
What? Enough! Now then, this is a two-pronged operation. The books are prong 1, while prong 2 is El Frente Rojo.
Derby Day wore that exact same hat.
Herr Schloss fears they may attempt to kidnap him during a birthday party he's throwing this weekend in the Stadt. Stadt? Oh, yeah, count me in.
Yeah, and me out. I'm not getting frostbite protecting some old German guy.
Herr Schloss isn't the intended victim. It's his daughter, Anna.
Who obviously needs someone on her constantly, so I will be that someone who is constantly on her.
I'm back in, short-eyed. Shakespeare, and she's turning 17.
Oh,
Even
sorry.
for you, Arthur.
Hey, come on. She doesn't look like she's just turning 17.
No, she looks like she's just turning 18.
Exactly. Plus, Europeans use the metric system.
Sterling Mallory Archer, you will not touch a single hair on that girl.
See how I let that just go by? Look at me. I am the perfect gentleman. No, this is completely unacceptable. I mean, cutbacks, I get it, but you cannot expect me to share a room with Ray.
Oh, I'll be gentle.
Mother, you know what he's implying, right?
Stop whining, we're all making do. Why, I'm sharing a room with Lana. And Pam's sleeping in the cellar.
Yeah, and if money's so damn tight, why is she even here?
And she's making me mule back a bunch of this crap. That crap is $300 a bottle, and you can't get it in America. No, not another cent. And the rest of you make room in your luggage for 10 liters apiece. Unbelievable. I know. What kind of limit is that?
Oh, good. You're here for lunch.
Hi, Fräulein Archer.
She added desperately.
And these are my top agents who are ready to lay down their lives to protect your lovely daughter.
Let's hope it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, but if it does,
Let's hope not.
you must protect my princess.